Oh my gosh, he's going to do a video over the Eotech Magnifier. Has this guy lost his mind? Probably. Alright guys, so most of you probably know already, but for those of you that don't, this is a G33 magnifier. It is 3x magnification and it is compatible with all of Eotech's holographic weapon sights. It has the shift aside STS base, so if you're not using it, you can just flip it out of the way, just push it over, and you're using your Eotech with no magnification. You need it, push it back, and you have 3x again. A lot of people hate this, a lot of people love it, and some people can't decide. Here's just some information about it. Its eye relief is about 2.2, which isn't bad. It's pretty good. You know, you got to kind of get up on the gun, but it don't really bother me. The overall length is 4 inches, actually 3.9, but close enough to 4. The optic weight is 10.6 ounces, so it is kind of beefy, but it is very durable. You can just by picking it up, you can tell that this thing is solid. Waterproof up to 33 feet for all you Navy SEAL Delta sniper operators out there if you're having a firefight underwater. And it is fog-proof glass, so that is nice as well. I'm telling you, it's Eotech, guys. You're getting quality. Okay, let's just jump right into it here. Here are the pros and cons. We'll start off with the cons first. It's heavy. 10.6 ounces. Whenever I said 10.6, most of you guys, at least some of you guys, are like, nope, forget it. I don't want to be carrying around a 20-pound AR. And well, here's the deal. You're not going to be carrying around a 20-pound AR. On my gun, with the Eotech, the Magnifier, my light, my vertical grip, with a fully loaded 30-round magazine, I'm running right around 9.7 pounds. And that is just fine for me. I can handle that gun, and I am not a ripped bodybuilder, okay? I am 5'11 and weigh 165. I'm not a big guy, but I can carry it around. If you can't carry around a 10-pound gun, you need to start lifting weights or something, because that is not that heavy. So that kind of gets the whole it's too heavy to use argument out of the way. Now let's get into the cost. It's expensive, guys. $550 for one of them, and that turned most of you away right there. But those of you who are still watching this video, thank you, and we'll continue on. Again, $550. You're like, oh my gosh. Well, here's the deal. It's Eotech. You get what you pay for. That's all I've got to say. Military uses them. They are used by special op units, so that adds to the price a little bit with military contracts. But like I said, extremely well made. These dudes are tough, guys. You need to look at one for yourself, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And that really does it for the cons for me. From there on out, it's just everything else is a pro. Let's start with it as magnification for more precise shots. It's a 3x. My scope, whenever I'm hunting, I usually keep my scope on 3x. Now, if I've got like, looking at 500 yards or something, I might crank it up a little bit higher, but not much, because that cuts down on your field of view. 3x allows you to make more precise shots, but you still maintain a wide field of view. And the other beauty of this is it maintains your 1 MOA center dot. Now, for those of you who don't know what the Eotech Reticle looks like, it is a 65 MOA circle with a center dot that is 1 MOA. So you can put some very precise shots with just the Eotech at 100, 200 yards. I don't have any trouble shooting decent groups with it. And with the addition of this magnifier, I've taken this thing out to 400 yards and it has done well, even better than I expected. So 3x is plenty magnification. And here's the deal on that. Let's say you do have an Eotech, and you're like, I've spent all that money on the Eotech. I can't really spend. I want to get a scope, but I can't spend a whole lot of money. So you kind of cheap out, and you get $400, $500 scope, which isn't necessarily cheaping out, but there's definitely better options out there. So instead of doing that and getting a decent scope, why don't you invest in one of these, and suddenly you have a 3x scope with an Eotech reticle, which is pretty sweet if you ask me. Like I said, fog-proof glass. The glass is extremely clear. It's awesome, guys. You need to see one for yourself if you haven't looked at one yet, and you know what I'm talking about. And probably the biggest advantage to a magnifier is the fact is if you do not need it, you push it out of the way, and there you go. And then you can just use your Eotech, or if you're using an aim point, use your aim point or your vortex, whatever. Okay. And then when you need it again, you just push it up, and you have your 3x magnification. So that's really all I've got. Pretty simple to the point. If any of you guys have anything you want to say, comments, questions, let me know. But I believe that's it, guys. So thanks for watching, and y'all have a good one.